Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be making a card with Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the Month for January of 2022. And this set is perfect for Valentine's Day coming up. But you can also use it just to send a card just of love or for an anniversary, or even you can use it for a wedding. And here's what the stamp set looks like. There are 3 hearts, and each one of the hearts has a different design. So this one says happiness is a moment with you, and then there's one with some flowers and one with some leaves and some sentiments: one love, one heart, I adore you, I love you, or it's I heart you, and be my Valentine. In addition to the clear stamp of the month, they also have a club that includes the clear stamp as well as a matching die set. So here's what the die set looks like. You get the heart die that will cut out these 3 hearts. There is a larger banner and a smaller banner that will cut out banners for those sentiments. And there are also dies for these other small flowers on this stamp set. And these small flowers you can use to add to your other flowers on the hearts to make them pop up. And you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly as I create this card, because I will be working with those other smaller flower stamps. So I went ahead and stamped out all of these stamps onto some Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth cardstock using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to go ahead and color them up with my alcohol markers. So I'm going to color all of the leaves on all of the hearts with the G00 as my light and the G02 as my dark. So I'm just coming over the dark part of the center of the leaf with the darker marker, which is the G02, and then I'm just coloring over the whole leaf with the lighter marker, which is the G00. I do go over each of the leaves a second time with that same color combination just to give it some more contrast. So I'm going to use those 2 colors with all of the leaves. So I do this first heart, and then you'll see that I'm going to come down and I'm going to do the second and then the third heart there at the very bottom using these same colors. Next, I'm going to take out my red markers and I'm going to color up the flowers, and all of the flowers on all of my heart stamps will be red. So I'm going to come in the center of each of the petals with my darkest red, which is the R29. Then I follow up with the R27, and then I go into the R24, and then finally I will color the rest of that white area with the R22. So I'm using a 4 color combination on the flowers. And I use that same color combination on that flower in the top heart as well. I will also color those flowers off to the side in those same color combinations, but I'll do that off camera. Now those small flowers there off to the left, those I can actually color up and then die cut them with the corresponding dies and pop those on top of the flowers on the hearts with some foam tape for some added dimension. I'm going to come in with my yellow markers, which are my Y11 and Y15, to color up the centers of those flowers. And I'm also going to color up all of the white part of the inside of the heart with my R81. I'm not doing any shading here. I'm just giving it a flat coat of the R81 Copic marker. Now I will have colors listed down in the description box below. So if you're interested in duplicating any of these colors, head on down to that description box and you can take a look at the color names down there. And also, if you're interested in this club set, I will have a link in the description box for this club, as well as all of Spellbinders clubs. They have so many clubs to choose from each month. They not only have the clear stamp with the dies, they have a small die of the month, which I also have a video on, so you'll be able to see that as well. They have a card kit, they have a glimmer club, they have a brand new embossing folder club, so there will be a link down in the description box for all of their clubs if you're interested in taking a look at what they have to offer. Okay, so here are all of my pieces die cut out. And now I'm going to go ahead and start putting my card together. So I'm using a slimline die from Spellbinders. This is the hem stitch slimline, and I'm going to die cut a piece of white cardstock using this die. I love this die because it puts a beautiful stitching around the edge of the cardstock. So you'll see that here when I remove the dies from this cardstock. So you can see all of the dots all around. I just love all of the detail that that die gives to your slimline card front. So I also have a slimline card base out of the mint green cardstock. This is just some from my stash. And that card base measures 8.5 by 3.5 inches, and I just cut a piece of mint cardstock to 8.5 by 7, scored it at 3.5 inches along the 7-inch side, and that gives me the slimline card base. And I'm just putting glue on the white panel and attaching it to the card base, and you can see the mint green through all of those dots, and it looks really, really pretty. And that mint green will also bring out the green in those stamps. That's why I chose that color. So now I'm going to take back out my R81 Copic marker, and I'm going to take out the small flower stamps that I colored and die cut, and I'm going to color up all of the white area on those flower stamps. So now when I add these to the heart image, that white will not be showing. It'll just look like it has the pink background that I colored the heart images, and you won't see any of that white. So I do that for all of them, even these really small heart flowers. And then I'm going to take some double-sided foam adhesive. These are the little foam dots that come in the Spellbinders card kit, and I'm just going to pop one on the back of these flowers, and you can see that if you line this up perfectly on that heart, now it looks like those flowers have dimension. And then you can also see that you can't see any of that white that was on that top flower layer because it's colored up in the pink. Look how pretty that is. Adds for nice dimension on those hearts. And I'm going to do that for all of them. So I'm going to add another foam dot to this flower and add it to this particular heart. And then the other two small flowers, I'm actually going to have to cut my foam in half because the foam is a little bit larger than what I need for these small heart flowers. And then I'll pop that on the back, and then I will pop those onto this last heart. So now I'm ready to put this card together. I want to show you before I add these to my slimline card that you can actually put all three of these hearts on a regular A2 size card base and they will fit perfectly. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card base, and you can see how they fit perfectly on that card base. But I'm going to use the slimline card base that I created, and I can either spread them out with equal white space and put the hearts on just like that, but I'm going to choose to cluster them more towards the top so that I can include a sentiment towards the bottom. So I'm going to use the Be My Valentine stamp, and I will be stamping that out onto some white cardstock using some red ink, and then I used the banner die and die cut that out, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue my hearts down on my slimline card base. And then I put some double-sided adhesive foam on the back of the sentiment to pop that up. So I'm just peeling back the adhesive backing, and then I'm going to put the Be My Valentine there at the bottom of that card layer. So here is my completed card. Look how pretty that is, and I just love the dimension of all of those flowers. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested in any of the Spellbinders clubs, take a look down in the description box for those links. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.